Happy Monday, everyone. In this video today, I'm continuing my three-part series on how to recognize rising stars on your team. Specifically, 3 rising stars, because they can change your whole business. I'm Gail Bates, CEO of MyMentorBiz.com, and this is what I call the Monday team building tip, because I help leaders grow million-dollar teams with systems and strategies. And I do want you to stay till the end and learn about my upcoming free training on how to take your business online, given the facts of what's happening in our world today. But one of the strategies I work with all my coaching clients is how to recognize rising stars on their team. Well, who are rising stars? Well, they're team members who have that drive, okay? They really want to succeed, or they really get that big picture, okay? I know because I was one of those rising stars myself. I got into direct sales and I wanted it all. I could see the big picture. And my leader showed me the way. So that's why it's really important for you as a leader to learn how to recognize these rising stars. And this is, as I said, this is a 3-part video series. And in the first video, you learn how to recognize those rising stars. So I will put the link to that down below here as well. Go back and watch that because it's really important. The second one is what we're going to talk about today, is how to support your rising stars, okay? Because if you've recognized them, now it's time to support them and help them get there. And next week, I'll share with you how to really plan your business around having rising stars on your team. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about how to support your rising stars on your team. Well, there are 3 things I want you to remember today in supporting your rising stars. The first one is recognition, learning how to recognize their efforts, recognize their actions, and recognize their successes is really important. People thrive on recognition. They will take more action when you recognize it. So pay attention to the actions and the efforts that your rising stars are taking, and making sure you're recognizing them either with shout outs in your team Facebook group, or in your team newsletter, or at your team meeting. These are the people who really want to rise up. The second thing you want to make sure you're doing in supporting your rising stars is giving them lots of encouragement. There will be times when they think, oh, I can't do this, or there's an obstacle that looks like it's just way too hard to get over. That's where you step in supporting them with encouragement, letting them know we all do come up against obstacles and there are ways around them, especially if you have the support and encouragement of your leader. So recognition and encouragement are 2 very important parts of supporting those rising stars. And the third one is developing that strong relationship with them. You know, when you have that, I call it that BFF relationship, best friend forever relationship, these rising stars are rising up to your level. They're going to be your peers. You are going to collaborate with them in rising up. You want them to be successful as leaders in your team. And so really developing that strong relationship with them is really important. So 3 things to remember: recognizing them, okay, encouraging them, and developing that strong relationship with them. And that brings me back to the list that I shared with you last week on recognizing rising stars, because I want to go through thinking about those 3 things with you on how to support them. So of course, the first one is consistency, right? How can you support them in being consistent? You're recognizing that consistency in them, and so let them know that that's a key area for them to rise up, for them to hit that level. It's that consistency of holding 6 parties a month, okay? If they're not holding 6 parties a month, you want to encourage them to hold 6 parties a month. It's that magic number that's going to make the difference for them. Okay. Contributing, how much are they contributing to the team and to the team calendar? Okay, so building that relationship with them so you will encourage them to contribute more. And that's when they are going to show up, okay? They are going to be showing up for all the events and the meetings and the trainings that you're offering. And that's because you're recognizing them and supporting them, encouraging them, and building that relationship. You might even want to delegate some chores or some ways for them to lead in these events. Look at their strengths. And as you look at their strengths, and we talked about that last week, but also look at their challenges, because that's where your encouragement comes in. You know, we're not good, all of us aren't good at everything. So what are their challenges, and how can you support them and encourage them and you find that out as you dig deeper and build that relationship with them. Then it's the follow-up, right? What type of follow-up system do they have? And how can you help them tweak that to their advantage and supporting them to have a very successful follow-up system? How are they bringing on new recruits? Are they slowing down? What can you encourage them to do? What actions can you encourage them to do to up the pace of bringing on new team members to hit that goal of leadership? And then, of course, how they support their new recruits. You know, have that 5-step fast start new business builders workshop on my website that you might want to look at. And then, of course, having that positive attitude. And that's where that developing relationship comes in, is keeping them positive in moving forward and moving up the ladder to the leadership level that they want to get to. Okay, so, you know, have you found some rising stars on your team now that we've been talking about this? Or maybe you're a rising star yourself, okay? But if you're sitting around thinking, I want to rise up, or I want to find more rising stars on my team, or I just want to have consistent parties on my team, I really want you to check out my new Get It Done laser coaching program. And I will put the link below. This is a brand new program that I am offering, and I am only bringing in a certain number of people, and I still have a couple of openings. So if you're interested in that, click that link below. But now I want to talk about your social distancing, because we are at a time in the world where we're evolving, things are changing. And what's exciting is that we have home-based businesses. So I have come up with a training that I'm going to share with you in my free Facebook group called How to Take Your Business, Your Direct Sales Business Online. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to take your parties online, how to share your products, how to educate people about your products online, all these tips for you in my free Facebook group. So I've got a link to the free Facebook group below as well. So come join us. It's happening this Wednesday. So don't delay in joining that group, because you're going to love the training, the free training that I'm going to offer, that I actually offer in my group often. So the link's below to attend that training in my free group. So have a happy Monday today, and keep that social distancing, because you have a business already that you're able to take online.